afternoon, everybody. You're all very welcome to the Cork School of Music for what is hopefully going to be the most epic wind, brass and percussion event you'll hear this year. The guys behind me have been working super hard since Tuesday. It's only been a 3-day event. They have been working really hard, and to be honest, what I've heard already this morning, it is phenomenal how professional they sound. I'm going to keep all the talking to a minimum because we want to get them to play, and I'm going to hand you over now to the Lord here.
I was fortunate to go to Lair as more long-term of my own. I was there last year as well, and it was a fantastic occasion. I'd like to welcome everybody here and congratulate all our musicians who have, even though they're on school holidays, they're still working hard all week. I think 130 of you, so well done, and well done to all the participating schools. The bands, Barrack Street Band and the Color Exchange are involved, Music Generation, Cork Academy Music, everybody who's helping these young people here learn new instruments, learn new skills. I worked in a school myself where this programme was in operation, and I always marvel at the fact that at the start of the year you hear all these noises coming from the parents' room, and you hear those fluttering noises, and by the end of it they're all into read music and they're all play and perform in front of an audience. So it was great to be able to see that transition from start to finish. So I would pay tribute to everybody here, and all the people, all the mentors, all the musical teachers for bringing along, developing our talents. And obviously to everybody here who are our biggest fans. So I hope you enjoyed it. So I just want to say well done to Music Generation, Cork Academy Music, Barrack Street Band, and everybody involved in this for putting it all together. As I thoroughly enjoyed it last year, I know we're going to enjoy it this year, and I hope that for all our musicians here, that this is only the start of something that will keep it going. One of my regrets, I used to come to school music here and play the piano up to grade 6, and I gave it up. That's one of the things I regret and hope to go back and play. So I urge you all to continue learning the instrument and keep developing and keep growing, because it's a great skill you have for the rest of your life. So well done to everybody and enjoy the concert.
So guys, just to make you all aware right now, what we're going to do, it's very safe, there's nothing bad that's going to happen right now. We're just going to turn down the house lights, and there's going to be a small bit of audio, just for maybe some of the younger members in the audience, just so they're very aware that that's what's happening in any of I'm very sure. Is that okay?
The tempest is a violent storm, frequently accompanied by rain, snow, or hail. Part of these storms are the winds that can travel up to 90 kilometers per hour, known as Gale Force. At full speed, these winds are an incredible force of strength that can literally blow you over. We are Gale Force.
started Gale Force for our younger band members. So all those that are in kind of junior and beginner bands last year. So last year was the first year of Gale Force. It was, I suppose the idea was to combine the Barrack Street Band and our new Mahon Community Concert Band, because they were so young, so new, we wanted to get them playing together. What we found was the uptake and the interest from the older members of some of the older bands wanted to take part last year too. And what evolved from it was a lot of mentoring and peer learning. Basically, the older guys were helping out the younger guys without us even asking. And I said, there's something in that we should look at. Because I said, if they're willing to come in, help out and do that, we should look at that further. So what we introduced this year was a mentoring course for some of the older members. You can see them probably helping out already. There's some older players, they're pointing parts and showing them when to come in. So as part of that course, they've been here all week and they are doing an amazing job helping out. And we had 30 mentors altogether who were willing to come in here over their Easter break, partake in obviously the musical side as you saw, but also get the skills in teaching and mentoring others and taking groups. I'm going to leave you over now because this is part of the week, literally cutting our ties and the OCDs that we have in teachers and letting them take over. Literally take the reins and us bite our tongues and step back and let them learn. So I'm going to hand you over to two of our mentors, Emer here on oboe and Kiva who is on trombone, and they'll give you maybe an insight into what they were doing during the week.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Barry and I play trombone. So I'm in my leaving cert year at the moment, and I've always helped out with the band camps and Gale Force and Brass Off and just different bits. And this is the first actual kind of, I call it a camp, like an Easter camp that I've taken part in, that there's actually been a structure for older members to help out the younger members. And this has really benefited me personally because I want to continue on after my leaving cert, hopefully, fingers crossed, continue on to UCC and become a teacher in music. So conducting and just helping out the younger musicians, with just notes and different stuff, I think really benefits any mentor, and especially because I want to become a music teacher. It's really given me an idea, a taste for what I will be doing, and it's actually surprising my mom is allowed to hear it, but it's making me work harder to make sure I get those points. So I think a structure like this is just amazing because sometimes there can be a big difference between someone that's older in a group like this and the youngest. Like the standard can be really different. And for someone, I've been playing since I was in first year, so I'm going into my 6th year of playing, and so it's great for me to be able to help out the younger musicians. And it doesn't mean that I know everything and I'm teaching them what I know. It's not like that. It's I'm learning from them and they're learning from me. It's not like, oh, I know everything. So we're actually learning as a whole because I know the tutors that are actually qualified musicians, they're learning from mentors and they're learning from the 9 and 10-year-olds. So it's just one big great circle, and I think Oisin and his team deserve a round of applause.
I'm just going to keep it short, but I enjoyed this course because I like sharing my own musical knowledge with younger people under the guidance of expert tutors, and as Pete said, we're all learning from each other, so it benefits all of us. And I enjoyed in particular the experience of conducting smaller ensembles of younger musicians, because we always think of a conductor as an adult, but so we were hoping participants enjoyed the different perspectives of, I suppose, being conducted from the likes of us. So yeah, it really benefited.
So as Emer just said, we literally let go of the reins for them for all the chamber music. So some of you've already heard outside, and you're going to hear some more of it now. They literally conducted, we fitted them, we sat back, we let them, explore everything from the start to finish, and the results were amazing today. They really were. The quality in every room I went into this morning was top notch. So the only reason why there was some groups out here, just the logistics of time-wise, we wanted to get things ready. So percussion obviously in here and that kind of stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to the percussion mentors, and they're going to introduce their piece.
of these young people behind me. I'm getting tears in my eyes sitting listening from the audience. So well done, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I'm Jessie Colley. I'm the acting coordinator in Music Generation Cork City, and I thought I would do the thank yous to everybody who are setting up for the next chamber group. Thank you all for coming. It's great to see so many families here today as well. In I suppose, organization this size and a camp of this nature, there's a lot of people to thank. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank the Lord Mayor for coming today and starting us off with a nice little speech. It was lovely to have you here. Thank you, sir. And it's great to see so many partners here in the audience. I'd like to thank CIT, who's one of our main funding partners throughout the year. But this is such a large-scale thing. It's nice to have this added extra event outside of school time. So I'd like to thank CIT and Cork School of Music, not just for the partnership through the year, but giving us this lovely facility for Gale Force, and for all the support staff. They've been in the front desk, and the lovely lighting crew, and there's just so much support here. So thank you very much. Also, our National Development Office, this is such a big event that we usually can't put on locally, so we actually got support from the Music Generation National Office for this special event. So I'd like to thank Paula for coming all the way down to Cork and for supporting Gale Force. And the Music Generation staff here in Cork City, they've been putting together the programs and a ton of work to support the crew here. So my thanks goes to Ada, Leah, Vicky, and Jackie for running things so well over the 3 days here, and a very special thank you to Yvonne, Carrie Philpott too, for running the entire thing so well. With 130 kids, there's a huge staff, so there's the 5 ladies I mentioned there, but there was also 4 parent volunteers that came to help, which was really, really valuable to have extra adults around just to help out with things. So thank you to our team of volunteers, Chris, Audrey, Carol, and Joe. And of course, for the Barrack Street Band, Billy from the Barrack Street Band, and from Cork Academy of Music, and the whole tutor team for coaching our young people so well and acting as inspirations for the mentors. And I'd like a huge, huge round of applause for Mr. Oshie McGill. Behind the whole thing and getting the whole thing up and running, so it's the artistic man for that. Now, who else am I? I feel like I'm forgetting people. Oh yeah, of course, the 130 amazing young people behind me. And I know she talked a little bit about the mentoring program, and it's just such a great moment here in Music Generation Cork City to have young people actually hitting that mark where they're 17, 18, they're thinking about their futures now. I mean, 3 or 4 years ago, they were the small ones learning the trumpet, and now they're growing up, and it's just so nice to see them wanting to give back and seeing them develop as young people too. So once they hit 18, they're welcome back anytime as volunteers to stay in touch. And maybe in 3 or 4 years they'll end up being tutors after they graduate from UCC. We will. It's great to see. So a special round of applause for the So I think that's my time is up. So I'd like to thank the families for encouraging the kids to keep practicing, and well done to putting up with those first few months of student clarinets and trumpets. So it's really paying off now. And we hope to see you all again at C-Fest. There might be a few concerts going on for C-Fest, and for band camp coming up. We'll definitely be in touch with you soon, and enjoy the rest of the show.
And I apologise in advance, if 1 minute didn't have me for the trailer group at all. So, we're go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
again, just while you guys are sitting here, we are both honoured and privileged to have one of the most up-and-coming groups in our wind, brass and percussion programs is Rebel Brass, who you see in front of us. They are amazing young people. They're probably most of the first to sign up for this mentoring program. I was rehearsing for another band one of the days and they were playing at the concert and they set in and played with the other band. They are just literally, we're so proud of them. We are so proud of them and I think they're doing wonders for the band program in Cork City. I suppose I can't give enough praise because I think they're super young people and I'm just going to hand you over to them.
actually going to be sick of me by the end of the day. I'm sure your kids are sick of me by now, to be honest. So we're Rebel Brass, and we're based here, right here in the city, and we're in partnership with Music Generation Cork City. And we actually, most of us, started out in camps like this, and it's actually grown us into the musicians we are today. So no matter how much they complain, no matter how much I complained about the camps, they actually brought me to where I am today. And I remember going into my first camp and I was like, oh, I'm so nervous, I'm really nervous. And some of you were probably like that at the start, but I just took off. I really took off. We all took off. Everyone's after taking off. So that tune is called Get Lucky, and we've tried to incorporate some vocals. So this is Call Me Out.
Where's my wife and me? Why,
Wasn't that amazing, guys? Actually, we had a conference on Monday, and we're speaking of quality and progression, and I suppose there you go. When you give ownership over and learning over to the young people, that's what happens. And I suppose that's what we were trying to get across during this mentor thing is, actually, if we step back, they're going to produce far better stuff than we could think about. It's super, it's amazing, and it really is so early, guys. It's absolutely amazing. Well done. We're going to finish with the greatest show, but before I do that, the last thank you, as I said, but it's the most important thank you. I have to say an amazing thank you to the amazing and really highly qualified teaching staff that I've had here during the week, working with all these young people. First up to Gemma, there people. That really highly specialised team that we've had this week. So I hope you've enjoyed the concert, the show, tying in with our last theme, the greatest show. So here we go.